In the quiet town of Rexburg, Idaho, a family's worst nightmare began to unfold when two children, Joshua J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan, went missing. Their mother, Lori Vallow Daybell, and her new husband, Chad Daybell, claimed the children were staying with family. But as days turned into weeks, the truth began to unravel. What authorities would soon discover shocked the world and would send the small town reeling. As the investigation unfolded, more and more details about the couple came into light, deepening the mystery surrounding their past and present. What secrets were they hiding? And what truly transpired to those who had crossed their path? What could have possibly happened to Lori's two children, Joshua J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan? Join us as we delve into this complex and disturbing case, examining the evidence, the theories, and the questions that still remain unanswered. From the belief in multiple lives to the end of the world, this case has it all and will leave you on the edge of your seat. Lori Ryan Daybell, also known as Lori Vallow Daybell, was born in San Bernardino, California on June 26, 1973. In her hometown, Lori attended a local private school. She then finished her degree at a renowned university. She had two unsuccessful marriages at a young age. She married her high school boyfriend at age 19, but it ended in divorce. At 22, she married William LaJoya and had a son named Kobe. However, the marriage didn't last and they divorced in 1998. Lori Ryan Daybell's tumultuous love life continued when she married Joseph Anthony Ryan Jr. in 2001. The couple had a daughter named Tylee in 2002, but their marriage was short-lived, with Ryan filing for divorce in 2004. Things turned violent in 2007 when Lori's brother, Alexander Lamar Alex Cox, attacked Ryan, claiming he had been abusive to Lori and the children. Cox used a taser on Ryan and even threatened to kill him. He pled guilty and served 90 days in jail. Lori Daybell's love life continued to be tumultuous. In 2006, she married Charles Vallow, a devoted Catholic who converted to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints for Lori. The couple adopted Charles's grandnephew, Joshua Jackson Vallow, who had autism. Lori's daughter, Tylee, took on the role of big sister and cared for JJ like her own. Friends described Lori as a patient and ideal mother. Then in 2014, the family moved to Kauai, Hawaii. Even with their challenges, the Vallow family seemed happy and loving. But despite the happy family dynamic, tragedy was on the horizon. And when Lori began reading the Doomsday novelist Chad Daybell's novels, their story took a catastrophic turn. Chad Guy Daybell is a self-published author who was born in Provo, Utah, in 1964. He graduated from Brigham Young University with a degree in journalism in 1992 and worked various jobs, including as a cemetery sexton. In 2004, Chad founded Spring Creek Book Company, where he self-published his religious and end-of-times fiction novels with the help of a graphic artist named Douglas. Chad was married to Tammy Douglas, with whom he had 5 children. In 2015, he and Tammy moved from Springville, Utah, to Rexburg, Idaho, claiming he had heard a supernatural voice urging him to do so. In 2015, Lori Vallow came across Chad Daybell's books and became deeply fascinated with them. By 2016, the Vallow family had moved back to Arizona, but Lori's interest in Daybell's teachings only intensified. It wasn't until the fall of 2018 that Lori and Chad were introduced at a Preparing a People event. According to a friend who attended the event with her, Chad told Lori that they had been married in 7 previous lifetimes, and the two began communicating privately shortly afterwards. Things quickly escalated when Lori's husband left town on a business trip, and she held an intimate gathering at her home with Chad and a few other guests. There, Chad expounded upon his unusual religious beliefs, such as his belief that he had lived 31 different times on various Earth-like planets, and that some individuals were light and others were dark based on their religious affiliation. Lori became increasingly fixated on these beliefs and on Chad himself. In December 2018, Chad and Lori appeared together on a podcast episode titled Time to Warrior Up, and Chad even stayed on the Vallow residence in Arizona. By February 2019, Charles Vallow, Lori's husband, claimed that Lori had informed him that she was no longer interested in him or their son JJ. Instead, she made the assertion that she was Joseph Smith's reborn wife before disappearing for 58 days. Charles filed for divorce the same month, citing Lori's erratic behavior, which included threatening to murder him, stealing money from their joint bank accounts, and stealing his truck. He also filed for an order of protection against Lori, fearing for his life. It was clear that Lori's obsession with Chad's teachings had a detrimental impact on their relationship and led to some serious consequences. The tragic events only continued to unfold when Charles Vallow, the husband of Lori Vallow, went to her house in Chandler, Arizona to drop off their son JJ at school. But what was supposed to be a routine drop-off turned into a nightmare when Charles was shot dead by Lori's brother, Alex Cox. Cox claimed that Charles had hit him with a baseball bat and had shot him in self-defense. Lori and Tylee, who were both in the house at the time, told similar self-defense stories. Despite the suspicious circumstances surrounding the incident, the police did not investigate any further. After Charles passed away, his attorney said that Charles had been mostly worried for JJ's safety and well-being because of his particular requirements. However, he withdrew his divorce petition 1 month later, saying he wanted to try and make the marriage work. After the death of her husband, Lori Vallow moved with her children to Rexburg, Idaho, to be close to Chad Daybell. Her brother Alex Cox also moved into the same apartment complex. Little did anyone know what would happen next in this escalating crisis. September 2019 was a month filled with mystery and suspicion surrounding the disappearance of both Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow. It all started when Lori Vallow, her 2 children, and her brother Alex Cox went on a trip to Yellowstone National Park, where Tylee was last seen in a photograph. But then things turned dark and Tylee Ryan vanished on September 8, 2019. However, the situation only escalated from there. JJ Vallow disappeared on September 22, 2019, and Melanie Gibb and her boyfriend David Warren, who were staying with Lori that weekend, saw Alex carry JJ into Lori's apartment. The next morning, Lori told them that JJ was being a zombie and that Alex had to take him away. The day after JJ was last seen, Alex's cell phone GPS placed him in Chad Daybell's backyard for only 17 minutes. As the search for Lori Vallow's missing children continued, tragedy would strike Chad Daybell's family. Chad's wife, Tammy, died in her sleep. Her death was believed to be from natural causes, and her children declined in autopsy. Although her death was initially believed to be from natural causes, some began to question if foul play might have been involved. And then, just a few weeks after Tammy's death, Chad and Lori tied the knot in Hawaii. But as suspicions continued to grow about the whereabouts of Lori's children, JJ's grandmother contacted the police, expressing concern and fear for JJ's safety. Authorities launched their investigation to find the children. However, the investigation into the disappearance of Lori Vallow's 2 kids took a dramatic turn when it was discovered that not only were they missing, but their mother was actively lying to the authorities about their whereabouts. Despite pleas from family members and law enforcement officials, Vallow refused to cooperate with the investigation and fled the state with her new husband, Chad Daybell. As authorities continued to search for Tylee and JJ, they discovered personal items belonging to the missing children in a storage locker rented out by Lori Vallow in October 2019. Finally, on January 25, 2020, authorities served Vallow with an order to produce her children. After failing to produce her kids, she was apprehended on February 20th, 2020. After Lori's arrest in Hawaii, authorities still couldn't find her missing children. But on June 9, 2020, they made a shocking discovery at Chad Daybell's home in Idaho. Human remains were found buried in a shallow grave on the property. After this horrifying discovery was made, Chad Daybell was arrested, and the remains were later confirmed to be those of JJ and Tylee. JJ had been buried under a tree while Tylee was found in the Daybell's pet cemetery. The trial for Lori Vallow Daybell and Chad Daybell began in 2021 with high stakes and intense scrutiny. Lori Daybell and Chad Daybell were accused of the murder of Lori's 2 children, JJ and Tylee, as well as Chad's previous wife, Tammy Daybell. After months of legal proceedings, Lori was deemed competent to stand trial in April of 2022, but refused to enter a plea, leading a judge to enter a not guilty plea on her behalf. Prosecutors sought the death penalty for both defendants, but Lori's attorney successfully argued to have it taken off the table due to a large amount of evidence that was recently turned over. As a result, Lori's trial is set to begin on April 3, 2023, while Chad's trial has yet to be scheduled. The Lori Vallow Daybell and Chad Daybell case has captivated the nation with its complex web of alleged murders, conspiracies, and cult-like beliefs. The public is anxiously awaiting for the conclusion of this terrible drama. Will justice be served for the victims, or will the accused walk free? Only time will tell as the courtroom drama unfolds and the truth is finally revealed. Thank you for watching True Crime Prime. Kindly subscribe to our channel and remember to like, share, and comment.